Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Excuse the Beard. About 10 weeks ago, I'd done a video on the Hyundai Alcazar Diesel, and I asked a very simple question: is it underpowered? Well, I found out that it isn't underpowered because, for the purpose the Hyundai Alcazar serves, it's got more than enough power. Could it do with more power? Yes, every car in the world could do with more power. But you can't argue with these numbers in front of me. Since I got the car, I've driven close to 1900 kilometers over 71 hours, 9 minutes right now, and the car is averaging 16.3 kilometers a litre. This doesn't only prove how incredibly lean burning Hyundai engines are today. I mean, before this, I had the Hyundai Verna IVT, and that was giving me fantastic mileage as well on a petrol. But keep in mind, the Alcazar is a big, heavy car, and 16.3 kilometers a litre at 90 rupee diesel is absolutely stunning. I think this car is not only practical, it is also very economical. And I've done this over almost 72 hours, 2000 kilometers. If you look at it, once you get to 72 hours, you'll be close to that. And that works out to about 600 kilometers a day. So, I'm not driving this car very slowly. So it's driving at urban speeds. I have not really taken this car out on the highway. Yes, it's done a few highway runs, no doubt about that. But it is an extremely economical car, and that, I think, is its greatest asset. Now, I have been driving the car at reasonable speeds because very often when I have the car, I'm driving it with my toddler sitting at the back. It's very spacious. If you have a child like I do with the child seat fit in, it's got incredible amounts of space. I usually put the third row down flat because when you're traveling with a child, you're carrying everything and the bathroom sink. You're sometimes carrying diaper bags and food bags, and when the back seats are fully flat, great amounts of space. The only disadvantage I have, because this is the middle prestige level 7-seater, is that Hyundai only gives not prestige, platinum, sorry. Prestige is the starting level. Hyundai only gives 6 airbags on the top model, that is the signature version. It's something that could really be used in because I am traveling with a child. I could really use spare airbags. God forbid the airbags ever deploy. I hope it never comes to that for anybody, but you wish you had that. Other than that, this middle spec also does not have ventilated seats, but it does have the panoramic sunroof. And believe me, my son, who's sitting at the back, he loves looking up because he's sitting in his Britax car seat facing the other way. He's not facing forward, and he's belted into his car seat, so he can look up, he can see the lights, he can see it, he can see the trees and the birds. He really enjoys it. This is not a performance car. Let's be very honest. It's not got stellar performance by any stretch of imagination. But what it does have is it is an extremely practical car for family usage. Got lots of space. It's very, very economical. As I'll put up a photograph, and it is it gets the job done. You've got so much space, and you can actually run this car with relatively heavy load as well. I remember when I got this car for the first time, my wife and her parents went up to Sundar Nursery to get some plants back. So the entire boot was full of plants and fertilizer, and all of that is heavy. No problems. This car does fantastically well. Are there some issues with the car? Yes, living with it, you do. You kind of get used to this brown, or cognac as Hyundai calls it. Still not a fan. While I love the fact that you get to see the blind spot thanks to the camera on the outside mirror on your digital cluster at night. This can be a slight issue because not because it's bad tech, it's because the guy behind you is very often driving on high beam, and this entire thing gets wiped out. Other than that, really not too many issues to talk about. What is my other thing after 10 weeks with this car? It does tend to roll if you do not deploy the handbrake, because it's a very long car and heavy as well. So even on a incline where you may not perceive the incline because it is so gradual, could even be a 1 degree incline, this car will roll. So you always have to use the handbrake, or at a red light keep your foot on the brake. Honestly, this is the incredibly lean burning engine. I love it. It's extremely economical. If Hyundai added a start stop mechanism, as many car makers are adding nowadays, it will become even more economical. But this kudos to Hyundai for doing such amazing lean burn engines on their cars nowadays. I know we're talking about electrics and hybrids and even fuel cells coming in the future, but make no mistakes, the internal combustion engine has come a long way in the last decade and a half. I mean, could I have imagined such an engine giving me not only a decent amount of power, but such fabulous economy? No way. No way. This is fabulous. I think it's a fabulous car. It's a fabulous engine. It's practical. You're not going to be buying an Alcazar for performance. Let's be realistic. What you want in an Alcazar is practicality and economy. And honestly, it's a very well put together car. It's extremely practical, and for somebody like me who has a young family, it ticks all the boxes. I'm sad to see it go today. It's done 1900 kilometers. Total mileage is 4766. So I've had it for almost half its life, but it's served me well. Thanks for watching.